Are you mispronouncing some common English words? Let's talk about pronunciation today. Anyone who has studied English knows that English pronunciation is not a walk in the park. Mastering the sounds of English can take a while, but it's normal. What we need to do is practice a lot so that we get our face muscles used to making new movements. And what happens sometimes is that we learn to pronounce a word in the wrong way, and then it's very, very difficult to unlearn that, which results in the chronic mispronunciation syndrome. That doesn't exist, I just made it up, but I guess you know what I mean. To keep this video short and sweet, I'm going to talk about only 5 words. 5 very basic and very common words that are commonly mispronounced. Let's go. Mispronounced word number 1, friends. This is a very basic and common word, one of the first you learn when you start learning English. And it looks so innocent and easy, but it's not. It's not because there is a letter that is not pronounced, and many people get it wrong. And it's very surprising for me how this word that is so basic and also that gave the name to one of the most famous, influential and loved sitcoms of all times is still mispronounced by many people. So how many people say it? Friends. Please don't say that. How it should be said? Friends. Friends. Just friends with no I. So remember, don't say friends. Please don't. Say friends. Friends, friends. Mispronounced word number 2, focus. This is another word that looks very short, simple and innocent, but it's not. And many people say focus. Focus. But it shouldn't be pronounced like that. The right pronunciation is focus. Focus. So how many people say it is like this, focus, but how it should be said is focus. Remember, focus. And you focus on something. That's a preposition that goes with it. Remember that. Mispronounced word number 3, source. This is a very common word in the world of IT. And what makes this word difficult to pronounce is the diphthong OU. This combination of letters, OU, is sometimes pronounced as OW, as in noun or pound or mouse. But what happens here is that many people delete the O and just pronounce a U and say source. Source. But it's not like that. The word should be pronounced source. Source. So many people say source. If you do, please stop and start saying source. Remember, source, source. Mispronounced word number 4, liked. You know that regular verbs in the past finish with the same letters, ed, and those 2 letters can be pronounced in 3 different ways. Sometimes the ed sounds as d, as in loved, sometimes as a t, as in worked, and sometimes as ed, for example in the word completed. What happens here is that many people say like it when they are talking about the past of like. And if you say like it, you're saying something else. It's not the past of the verb like. You're saying that you like something. It sounds like it. So how should you pronounce the past of like? Liked, liked with a T. So, how many people say it is like this, like it. How it should be said is like this, liked. Remember, liked, liked, liked. Mispronounced word number 5, and the last one of today's video is difficult. Yes, the word difficult. If you are from Argentina and you like football, you may remember this interview in which Carlos Tevez said very difficult. The interviewer was asking him many questions. He was speaking really fast and those questions were really hard to answer for someone who doesn't have a high level of English. So Carlos Tevez didn't know what to say, and at the end he said very difficult. And that became viral because many people found it funny the way he said it. But the truth is that many people say difficult. It's not just theirs. What's the problem with this word? There are 3 things that you have to pay attention to or take into account when you say this word. The first thing is the letter D. The letter D at the beginning of difficult is not a Spanish D or a normal D, as in the words día or decisión or Madrid. That's a very soft D that we have in Spanish, but this one is stronger. Difficult, difficult, not difficult. No, it's difficult. Then challenge number 2, or difficulty number 2, is the letter U. You don't say difficult. That U does not sound like a U. It sounds like schwa. Again, this sound is very ambiguous in English. It's a vowel sound, but it's not a vowel sound in particular, like the way in which we think about vowels in Spanish. It's difficult. It's not difficult with an A or difficult with a U. Difficult with an ambiguous sound there. And the last difficulty this word has is the letter T at the end. Spanish speakers tend to omit the last vowel sound of the last consonant of the word. If the word finishes in a consonant, we tend to delete it. For example, the word I'm thinking about wine, the word merlot, that T sometimes is missing and you may hear something like merlot. So it's very common for Spanish speakers especially to delete the T at the end of the words and say, instead of difficult, difficult. No, the T needs to be there. So don't say difficult, please say difficult, difficult. And that was it for today's video. If you are saying these words correctly, congratulations, well done. If you are not, practice them. Say them many, many times. Make a recording of yourself saying those words and see what you think. If you don't like the way you sound, then practice again until you're happy with your pronunciation. Okay, that was it for today. See you next time. Bye!